There we go.
Go tit. Go tit.
All righty. Peaceful greetings, Islam. How was everybody doing on this lovely moon day? And yes, we are starting a little roughly here, about 13 minutes prior to central high noon for the central standard timing area pertaining to my location here. And peaceful greetings to you all. And I am Brother Sean Ale, one of the 5 astro magnificent bros from the 7HealStar Astrology Firm, and I am here with my bro.
I am. Yes, you're hilarious. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here at Morocco at northwest of Maxim. How are you? All is well, Brother Braveheart out.
Islam in the flow with it. You know, we either went early, we went midday, we used to go 12:30. It's like, it feels really good just to not have like a set standard or time limit for when we decide to go on and just do what we do.
Well, let's be honest too, man. It's so much background work that we're doing also. Like, you know, we're setting house in order. We're also making sure like we're catching up on a lot of like post-prod stuff, making sure the website's in order, make sure our thumbnails are complete, man. Like that's why I even saying that, if you don't mind me being a little honest, man, when we were briefly speaking before going live, man, it's like, look, man, we do a great work and we're just going to keep doing it. You know, we have nothing to prove except to keep doing what we've been doing, man. I mean, like, I see that we're clearly an inspiration based off of us, you know, doing our best to imitate the prophet without making claims that we're the prophet. You know what I mean? So it's being honorable, being in honor, staying in honor. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I'm ready to knock this out, man, because this has been so far this Mercury retrograde, along with many other planets that appear retrograde from our perspective here on Midgard. It's like, man, I can do nothing but, because, you know, we can see ahead and we look ahead, you know, and that's what we keep bringing to people is that every presentation that we do, which is community service, right? We're looking far ahead to the point where it's like, man, if we really kind of really went in, you know, some people would probably try to run outside of their skin to try to avoid what we're like, all right, let's prepare for this. That's about to happen. Let's prepare for this transit. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, though, I yield the floor to you, my beloved brother, in whom I'm hopefully Islam. Let's get this going.
Islam. All right, Brother Hassan will be Brother Hassan will be starting us off this week. Houses 1 through 3 and 7 through 9. I'll be doing 4 through 6, 10 through 12. So without further ado,
I'm gonna start us off this strong. I did everything but shave, man. I forgot to freaking shave. I'm definitely gonna do that after this, man. Go and hit them clippers and shave her up. Alrighty, so I kick it off for the Libra zone, new moon, right? Well, new moon in Libra for the Pisces zone, pardon me. Right, this is happening the 26th September 2022, which is a moon day at 0400 54 minutes and 33 seconds. Okay, and this is Samuna Laos, right? If I'm not mistaken, Laos means the people, right? So at Samnua, Laos, guys, this is happening in the first house here, all right? So we can clearly see that even though we have a bit of a combust Mercury here, which is retrograding back to eventually, it's really past its Kazini, actually. However, we're going to see this happen until, Mercury is about 26 degrees or so away from the sun, because Mercury never goes any more than 26 degrees from the sun on either side, as far as we are seeing from our projected perspectives, right? Or how we're projecting the planets in terms of the sun's path from our perspective here at Midgard, Earth, plane Asha. So what we have here, guys, is really a means to really have some nurturing creativity. And that nurturing creativity, we can allow ourselves to really continue on. All righty. If we brought some things to fruition and we know that maybe someone has not, partaken in that fruit, what we can do is continue to drop the seeds necessary, as I and Brother Sean were reading a little earlier, pertaining to this just kind of particular, sometimes we just look at certain degrees and just look at things and kind of look at degree ranges and be like, and then we come and draw our conclusions. And I'm pretty sure Brother Sean's going to have much, more to add, all righty, as well as that wisdom is concerned. So what you guys can do really is just be self-reliant here. Like there's really a self-reliant energy for all of those that are within the Pisces zone, along with some new allows. And you can really, really, really be able to be very fortunate in finding the beauty in how you think. All righty. So what will actually occur here is a matrimony, as it happens every 28 to 30 days, a beautiful matrimony between your subconscious mind and your heart. And with that, I yield the floor. Now we're in the Aquarius zone. And still, this is pertaining to the Libra new moon. Every testimony that we bear for our global testimonies that we give, which will sum up to a full global synthesis or delineation. For the 26th September 2022, still a moon day at 0300 hours, 54 minutes and 33 seconds near Terek, Kyrgyzstan. All righty. And this is actually happening in the second house, guys. Really, really communicate the values that you've really been thinking about, and maybe even been isolating some things, or you may have been hiding your emotions. However, you can now be able to be very comfortable in moving forward and being very balanced and giving details pertaining to how you even value your own thoughts. This is a very positive way to reflect your self-esteem through a controlled joint account relationship. And with that, I yield the floor. And looking at the beauty pertaining to this Capricorn zone, we can see that this is really occurring in the third house, this Libra new moon on 26 September 2022 during moon day 0100 hours, 54 minutes and 33 seconds. And this is happening near the Vacaus Mauritius. Hey, Mars, right? So with that being said, guys, we can really see that, Libra is really taking a 12th house to the third house position, being in the second house, to where this new moon is occurring, and the third house cusp being at 0 degrees, 56 minutes. But we can see that, guys, you don't have to really continue to hide what it is that you really value. Allow people to see that you have a polka dot and stripes kind of mindset. However, what you are really going to be able to do is have this accidental dignity when you go to share with others that really needed you to share more than you actually know, where you're going to be sort of the hoary hero in that. It's kind of like when Kanye says we're all self-conscious. I'm just the first to admit it. Be the first to admit that you really are having some real intestinal thinking, where you can be able to possess the isolated thoughts that you've had on your own and turn that into an opportunity where others will be confident in expressing themselves after you've expressed yourself. Very balanced, very thoughtful and relative communication, so that you can be able to bring that baby Jesus, so to speak, that baby justice, that growth in justice to come forth. So as we can see also in the third house with that new moon is Spica and Arcturus, or other words in the Helios Bibliotech, which is contemporarily called the Holy Bible, Mary and Joseph. Pertaining to the constellation, Spica is in the constellation Virgo and Arcturus is in the constellation Boots. And that is your Mary and Joseph. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Sean, Alim, Islam.
Islam. Righty, let's see what we got here. We've got the Libra new moon in the Sagittarius zone. This will be occurring September 25th, 2022 on the Sunday, on the Soul Day, the second strong beginning day.
Strong.
Strong. It's 11:54:33 post meridian, and we're at Tonota, Botswana. All right, let's see what we got. We got Gemini on the rise at 21 degrees, 50 minutes. And we would look for Mercury, which we see Mercury right there in the third. Well, we're looking at this Libra new moon here. Moon's definitely, with some accidental dignity there. Being in the fourth house right there with Sol, and this is Libra here. So this is all about partnerships and balance, really balancing out the home. So for those in the Tonota area, and just all surrounding Botswana, we'll really be looking to bring a sense of peace and fulfillment. When it comes to the unseen, you're really looking to just bring full and wholeheartedness love to your home. To your home, whether that's your physical domicile or just your inner temple. You're really looking to bring this love and balance to there, and possibly even really be looking for I would say like some art. Maybe like someone could be investing in painting, or taking a room out their domicile or like their garage and turning that into like a studio or something like that, to where they can just create. It doesn't have to be painting. It's whether it's music, sketching, or whatever you feel that and your heart brings beauty and brings balance to you. And when you do that, you can bring balance to others. That's how you do that. And now, how do you really fully contain that would be organizing. What ways can you organize your routine, and how you organizing your routine and just your steps. Like, what steps are you taking? Calculated the details, all that. If you want to say Virgoan energy there, when it comes to details and organizing, and also just maybe even finding ways to take that physical anxiety or process and looking to put that into your art. So like, let's say someone from here in this area, or it could be possibly somewhere else. Like, hey, I found a way to turn anxiety by exercising. This is like the best anxiety exercise for something like that. Just somewhere kind of roughly in that area. And pretty much just beautifying the home and your routine and your daily life, and just being open to embracing love. So, once again, if you have hate in your heart, let it out.
You got hate in your heart, let it out.
Open, because what the unseen is really moving with is about that heartfelt love energy. But of course, some may take it as like being too stuck in one way, or like just being too egoish. So just be open to expressing without stubbornness.
Islam.
And I'll yield forward to Noda Botswana. All right, so I'm moving along here. There we go. All right, next we are in the Scorpio zone. All right, so we are at Portlaw, Ireland. This is occurring on the Sunday, the Soul Day, Michael. All right, at 10:54:33 post meridian. All right, so we have Sun and Moon in the fifth. So now the Sun has the accidental dignity, right? Him being in the fifth, even though we know that the Sun, they would call quote unquote in his fall, as being that Sun is exalted in Aries. Specifically, if I'm correct, 19 degrees. So we know that Libra is the 180 reflection of that. So that's hence why they, call it fall here. But anyways, moving along in the fifth house, and Luna's ruling the ascendant as well here. So yeah, this is like I see someone that's Ireland area, like really like somebody's like about to like either go into business with their mother or create either with their loved one or like their mother, like someone's been like wanting to create something in this area. Because fifth house deals with creativity, and with the fifth house cups being on Virgo, we know that's being ruled by Mercury. Mercury's not too far away here. But when you look, Jupiter will be in a reflection with this full moon. So it's an opportunity to expand, but you have to find a middle ground between what you do with your higher self and your lower self. So Jupiter's right there in the 11th, so in retrograde. So yeah, this is really about like reflecting. I remember we was talking about that earlier. So now, yeah, with this new moon, you can really take just the fruits of your past labor or your past experiences and really actualize that and put it in just to these new realizations of that you're not who you are anymore, who you thought you used to be. Like spirit is like giving a test, or whatever you like to call the unseen, however fashion that you feel you can call for you. It's really just an experiment that is going on for us to embrace ourselves, embrace others. And how do we do that? We don't judge others for what they do or what they have done. We take the experiences of our own and be a story and example for everyone. And now that's going to put it into, like I said, new experiences. So you could be, like I said, going on a journey to meet some new people here. Like I said, just getting creative or investing in like creative artwork for the children. I can say that as well. And even within the partnership. So having family nights for those that are together, and then also still having a, just y'all's dinner date, or whether you go, shout out to Brother Sign, keep saying how they say out in different parts, the show or movie.
Islam.
Taking time to balance the family life. And just for y'all, and for the singles, balancing your time to yourself, and also just doing things with others, whether you are talking to someone or if it's just for yourself, either or, finding time just to balance and doing what you love. And Mercury has got the final say so, and it's conjunct Venus right there with victory. So even though we know that Venus and Virgo is in the fall, as Venus is exalted in Pisces, it's really about getting the details. If you can take everything that you have done, that you have learned, and that you're being given, and really take that and transmute that into something better, instead of like letting it be like motivation, instead of just like frustration and want to give up, and just transmuting that into something better. Really just not being too much emotional, but using the emotions and just the culture of things to propel you. Because victory is right there. 26 degrees, Virgo, 23 minutes. So sticking with the details, you'll always be able to have the bigger picture. Because folks, like, how can you even see that once you have the details and know the necessary steps? All you have to do is keep going along with it.
That's a lot.
With that, I'll yield for Portlaw, Ireland. So now we get into
getting it.
Getting it. Again, right again is good. Again, right again, it should be getting it. You should be.
And don't hold you right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Yeah. Alrighty.
All right, I still got one more. All right, so the Libra new moon in the Libra zone. We've got Aries on the rise. Oh, wait, we had Yedagros, Paraguay. All right, so this will be occurring on the Sol day as well at 5:54:33 post meridian. All right, guys, so this is occurring in the 6th house. with the sun and moon. So new moons are planting new seeds. So really, you know, for this area of Paraguay, Yegros, and the surrounding areas in the Libra zone, this is some like active, loving communication. I think a lot of sentient beings are really going to be coming forward with some things that have been withheld with this energy. Of sixth house deals with service, so Mercury has got the final say so, and of course we know that Jupiter is opposite the sun and moon. So yeah, this is some incoming hot information coming in, like, and it's retrograde too. So it's like someone's coming forward to speak, or things are going to surface of what the collective has been thinking, but just really hasn't been said. And now, and those others, collectives, can now start to take this opportunity to really start making the necessary adjustments, making the necessary communications with themselves and others, how they can relate to others and get the details, and how can they organize and just really find ways to really start to be justice. This is, you know, the truth is being revealed. And of course, there's going to be some wounded healing. It might be some punches to self, you know, that might hurt at first, but, you know, there's like that saying, no pain, no gain. So truth might hurt, but if you didn't get it, you would continue to live in the false illusion here. So look at that. Neptune's in the 12th as well in Pisces. So yeah, you're really able to just start to see the truth of things. Especially around the work and service area, like there's gonna like be like, I don't want to say like news outlets or newspapers or even like trips, like things are really going to yeah, when it comes to service in the hospitals, people are really going to be like coming out with the truth, or just looking to improve how they are service themselves and others, and more of the collective. So finding like new herbs, or you know, like just herbs and health things.
Well, to really add to your wisdom too, bro, like that whole Jupiter and Neptune rule in that 12th house, it just shows that some type of quote unquote spiritual and or religious leader, because religion is binding yourself back to that ancient mindset pertaining to your ancient foremothers and forefathers, which is distinguished from dogma. Most people are talking about dogma when they be like, yeah, man, we ain't about that religion, but they don't have the vocabulary usually. And that's, we already know how sometimes people's ears, they might not like how I just said what I said. However, I'm going to be living truth and just tell the truth, especially in a world where mostly people are bullshitting most of their lives. What I'm going to state here is that, people are going to really see that those that they thought was someone they could look up to in the so-called spiritual realm or spiritual world, they're going to really realize that the priesthood is dead, and it's going to really be based on the way that said or parent spiritual leader, so to speak, is they're going to be looked at, in the full light, because the people are going to see that their relations skills are not really up to par. And so there are going to be some things that that the relative or immediate loved one will be able to share in recalling some things pertaining to said spiritual leader, where most people are going to begin to then find within themselves that need to bring forth a full reflection of how they're really even instituting their subconscious mind and their heart to be able to even serve themselves in a valuable fashion. So, lots of squares and oppositions here that I'm seeing even in this configuration. So I think, the best way it can be dealt with, the cushion to this would really be, hey, just look forward to someone's, partner, consort of some sort, to be able to give some information, or someone who is relating or a relative to some spiritual leader, so to speak, you're going to really see like, oh, okay, now I have a full glimpse of what it is. Like, you know, so people are going to really see who that so-called spiritual, and this is what they saw in their eyes. They saw in their eyes that this being was their spiritual leader of some sort. And they're going to really, really see how clear things are going to be made based on when the people that are relatives of this being actually speak up. All righty. And what will be seen will be if there was anything that was harmful or negative or not completely true coming from, say, a spiritual leader, you know, the people are going to really see that and almost be apologetic to those that were victimized by those said things from said spiritual leaders. So, you know, if there's somebody out there, you know, running some church, synagogue, temple, mosques, something like that, so to speak, you guys are going to really see and have, you know, a clear view like, whoa, okay, all right. But it took their relative to speak up for there to be something sincerely conveyed to be comprehended. And that's all I saw, bro. When you were speaking on it, I'm like, oh, wow, I do kind of see that, you know, especially with, by this time, there's no longer any mutual reception with Mercury and Venus. And so Venus is, you know, feeling that the control of its exaltation sign is going to really bring out some reflections pertaining to the congregation, and the congregation is going to be able to reflect some things that, you know, the people are going to be like, oh snap, which is going to be it's going to be a good thing and a not so good thing. The not so good thing is that, okay, now we really see who this being really is, and the good thing is going to be like, man, we really need to, you know, get to know people first, get to really see where they are. So people are going to really graduate in not attaching themselves to hearsay. That's what I really saw there, bro. Like, seriously. And it's very interesting to see, especially with Jupiter, quote unquote, retrograding to that point. So you already know soon Luna and Sun are going to reflect Jupiter after this. So I yield the floor, bro. It's on.
It's on. I yield as well.
Alrighty. So after the Libra zone, pretty sure we're going to the Virgo zone now for the Libra new moon. And this is happening on the 25th September 2022. That is a Sun's Day, 0554 minutes, 33 seconds, Virginia Beach. All right, Corporation, Virginia Commonwealth. All right, and this is actually taking place within the 7th house. All righty, and Mercury being combust, however, an evening star, being morning star, is on its way to setting along with Luna and the Sun here. So what you guys will be able to really do is really just kind of, you know, bring some security to a blinding light. And that blinding light may have been some communication that, you know, you couldn't be able to fully comprehend that. However, the beauty that will be communicated will actually have your self-esteem up in a way where you'll fall in love with yourself in a healthy fashion. Very much so that is needed so that this faded interaction between your higher self and lower self can balance out the energies that you are dealing with on the inside. So all of you near the East Coast within this same zone, you know, what you can actually see is that you'll be able to be very balanced in how you relate to others, because there's an internal communication that is occurring that is now going to allow you to see the same beauty that you wanted others to see within you. You'll be able to see that beauty not only within yourself, but you'll be able to see it in others. And with that, I yield the floor. In continuing, we're now at the Leo zone, and Mercury, even though it's still in the 7th, it is ruling over this 8th house new moon that's occurring here for the 25th September 2022 on Sunday, 0400, 54 minutes and 33 seconds near the Fayetteville, Arkansas. All righty. Fayetteville Corporation, Arkansas State Republic. Now, guys, what you're going to do here is really just dot your I's and cross your T's. Anything that you've already had put in action, just make sure that you got it secure. Make sure that things are stable. Look for nothing new to happen while this moon and sun are taking their conjunction here. Ask not for an advance or a raise. Wait till after this sun and moon enters the 7th house on its way to setting, and get your thoughts together, write it down, and then be prepared after the next sun and or moon rise for you to be able to bring forth that which you need. Wait till they get into the 11th house the next day, and then ask for that career advancement in the values that you're looking for, that you would like to have shared from your status efforts amongst your peers. And again, here you will be able to nurture and or prepare to bring forth the justice necessary for you to be able to relate those values in a joint financing kind of fashion. Really looking at this also, what you can also see is if there's anything at 28 degrees or close to 28 degrees Pisces, and what it's looking like, it's interesting how Neptune is about to be conjunct. Well, it's retrograde. It'll go back to be conjunct macabre. Just, 5 degrees or so, maybe 4 degrees, 12 minutes from the sun and moon's antitia point there in the 1st house, guys. What you'll be able to do is really allow yourself to go within and really work on some things within yourself to better revise your approach in how you present self within any institution, and especially your loved one, which would particularly be your consort, whether it's your mother mistress consort or your son master consort, and be very vestial in how you discipline yourself, like the vestial virgin, right? So in other words, be very pure and chaste in how you present yourself, and that will really bring about some very fortunate things for yourself, where you'll be able to sincerely pour out some knowledge, because the way that you really approach the situation, people will be open to hearing what you have to say. And in that, you will receive a raise. Maybe in social circles, or that raise may be in what it is that you do in your entrepreneurial and or endeavors pertaining to what you do to have resources, food, clothing, and shelter for yourself. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam. Going to the Cancer zone next for this Libra new moon. Puppy. Cancer zone for the Libra new moon happening 25th September 2022. All righty. And for this new moon that's taking place here on this Sunday, 0254 minutes and 33 seconds post meridian near Terrace, Canada. We term it Canaan land for those of us that study sincerely. And however, we know that those of us that study Veritas, we comprehend that these things that are outwardly are only references to things that are happening within our consciousness, as well as the development pertaining to our endocrine system. So this is happening there, guys. We are really seeing that with this 9th house new moon here, guys, you're going to be very fortunate in the manger. All right. So be very fortunate in what may seem like foreign affairs, in bringing forth baby Jesus, bringing forth that justice. You'll have some wise minds, right? 3 wise men. You'll have some wise minds, pituitary, hypothalamus, and pineal, to be able to really come together and look for this conjunction that will happen within inside of you, a great conjunction within inside of you. You may have an aha moment. You may really comprehend and realize that some things that you've been pondering for years, it finally clicks. Maybe someone from your past, an old teacher or whatever, that you really probably didn't find too favorable. However, you'll actually realize that that teacher in your early childhood development was one that really gave you some value ahead of your comprehension. And that will bring about this new justice and savior within yourself. All righty. We already know that if you're looking for a savior, look within, because your savior is self. And if you're looking for something that's much lower than the savior, something that's lower self, something that may be potentially negatively demonic, because a demon is only spirit. So is that demon, beneficial, or is it a malefic spirit? So really allow that balance to happen when you go and go, that's what they meant when I was 9 years old, kind of energy. It'll finally click. All righty. And that'll happen. Not just at 9, anyone may have this unvelation to them, because we know a revelation is a reveiling, and we are here to assist in unveiling. So let that unvelation happen within you, and continue in preparing yourself to be more and more and more ready to love yourself. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Sean Alim L. Brave heart, brave. Oh, y'all can't stop myself from laughing every time we do that, bro. Like, I'm telling you, there's gonna be people doing that every time we do that, bro. All right, I yield the floor.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do?
I know, right?
This time, not with it. This is within. Boom.
Within, right?
That's our song, so nobody try to jack it. We know y'all be out here trying to jack.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they said within instead with it. Oh, wow. That's it. That's a creative block remover.
Islam, you already, bro.
Good Gemini.
Make sure these videos going on. I've been sharing in the DM too. You was doing yours, man. Building it while we flying.
Alrighty. We got the Libra new moon in the Gemini zone. This is still occurring on the Soul Day Sunday at 10:54:33 anti-meridian. And we are at Tuwapa Nue. This is occurring in the 10th. So yeah, Venus is still there conjunct Eros. So you got the Libra and moon. Wow, this is like somebody's like about to get like proposed to at work or something, yo. Somebody's about to go to matrimony, someone they met from work, or kind of something like that. Mercury's retrograde, so it's like, you're kind of thinking about it, but just waiting. So I don't want to get work, but yeah. So just hold off on that, because I know that you found love, but first you gotta know what you gotta do with it within. Then you can do something with it. Let's see. So yeah, 10th house. This is I'm
listening to what Brother Corey just gave also, man. That's why I was listening.
How's he going in?
Yeah, bro. He basically said what we were saying this morning, bro. Like, yo, yeah, bro. It's like, we be so ahead, man. But go ahead, bro. Do that magnificent thing that you do, bro. I'm here, bro. I yield.
Yeah, this is 10th house. So yeah, this is like finding this is like looking up like entrepreneurial stuff. Anyone that does entrepreneurship or on the job or career, this is like getting back to the why of things, like what motivates you, finding those quotes, those posts, turning any kind of like failures into fuel for energy. Here, also someone could be like bringing some pictures of something to beautify their workplace, or to do like buying like plants, whatever they feel like they can do in their own way that they see fit that would add beauty to the place and the area, or just in the communication and relating care. And someone's definitely gonna like either been studying or like really it's like, all right, I'm content with myself. I want to do this for everybody. So like not like giving a raise, or maybe like giving out some pay or something kind of like that, but just really beautifying their work and what they do. And now you're really reflecting what you do at the job and what you do at home. We've got Jupiter in the fourth, and you also got Neptune in the fourth. So this is truth and falsehood. You know, what balance and what middle ground can you find between truth and falsehood? Yeah, what needs to be let go, because they're both retrograde. So you're really reflecting here on this. It's a lot of, like I said, a few reflections where they would say opposition. So you're really reflecting here just past experiences, your upbringing, and really kind of probably like clueless on what needs to be let go of. Just for this area, and just also in the collective. And yeah, right now this is like pouring to yourself. Because Jupiter is ruling the first and the fourth. So this is all about just yourself and how you grew up on and what, things came up. So even we was talking earlier about transmuting the fruits of your past experiences into seed realizations. So just reflecting back on how you were brought up, what you believe, what your self-worth and value is, and what challenges you met, and really just turning that into just clarity, really seeing like, wow, yeah, I grew up like this, or I was raised like this, but now I've come to understood for my own self. I was able to stand apart, and if you haven't stood apart, then you could possibly be going through that as well.
Wow.
Yeah, and just really reflect here, and you're probably gonna come across or really be looking to meet someone, whether it's like romantic or even like someone's child. Like you can just be like picking your little one up from school or just out somewhere, or even seeing one of your own friends, little ones, and I'm really saying something like a comment, and it really like makes you feel so good about yourself. Like you go home, it's like, I can't believe they said that to me. That made me feel so good about myself, and now, you really see like I really do that. I really got out of my own mind, and just really actualizing worth that. So yeah, clarity about the wisdom and just anything distance. Like I think more folks are going to start realizing that we're all connected. It's just we're all in different, so-called areas with different so-called studies and all that, but it's all really based in the same roots and the fruit and the seed. Yeah, and just be able to see the bigger picture with that. But it's really about just getting into the mysteries of things, right? Organizing those mysteries within your mind and balancing that out in the physical, the fight cycle. And that's by doing art, beauty, music, literature, dance, relating with others, justice. And there's going to be a lot of justice coming soon. With that, and for you guys, Mars is in the sixth house of service. So yeah, just your impulses and actions towards service for others and for self. And possibly, yeah, even really just valuing your health more. With that. And yeah, I'll yield with them. I feel like I kind of got a little long-winded with that for Tuapa Nue.
You got real communicative in the Gemini zone.
Real talkative in the Gemini zone.
In the Gemini zone.
So moving on, we are now in the Taurus zone for the Libra new moon. All right, so we're at Singatoka, Fiji. All right, this is occurring on the moon day for you guys. So make sure you join us next week for the Stephen King natal chart analysis with 7HealStar, and also the same day as the Libra new moon. So
wow, that is amazing. We are going in on that Stephen King next moon day, man. I can't wait, because it is, like I said, I want to look at the annual perfections for him and his diaper releasing them for Daria for 1981. I'm very interested in looking at that. And I yield, bro. It's fun.
Yeah, when you asked me was that today, I said, uh-oh. I said, bro's got something cooking.
I'm just saying, man, after watching the founder, where, you know, McDonald's takes place in San Bernardino, which means Saint Bernard. And then it's like, hey, then Stephen King must have had something, you know, going on in 1981 where he, you know, did his presentation on a rabbit Saint Bernard. So it's like, that's we're going to look at that. We're going to analyze that because that's pretty interesting, you know. And then, you know, I'd rather utilize our protocol, you know, because I know that, you know, we inspire a lot of people, man. You know what I mean? And the people we inspire, you know, it would be beautiful if they promote. However, we already know it's probably our sons and daughters that will probably, you know, do more of promoting what it is that we do than, you know, our own. You know, Jesus does the least amount of miracles in his own hometown. So that's how it says in the anthropomorphic tale. Not calling ourselves Jesus. We're just saying that those that think they know what's best, you know, may breed contempt and may, oh, well, I can do this too. It's like, it's okay. It's all right. You know, there's a lot of players in the NBA, right? Only one Michael Jordan, only one Kobe Bryant, only one LeBron James. So you can dream if you like, team. But it's like, yo, we're going to be the reality that we've been, you know, and trust that people don't allow themselves to have sensitive hearing. I don't like the way he sounds and how he says that. It sounds pompous. It sounds egotistical. You know, what people have to realize is they are what they think they're hearing. Aldebaran. Is that what I should have did? Like Aldebaran. Okay, I yield, bro. It's mine. I yield.
So let's see. So we got this in the 11th house in a resting. Let's see. So Sun and Luna in the 11th. This is like a work get together, possibly, or yeah, you can take it as like a work get together, a study jurisprudence get together. I think I've seen like little painting parties, you know, for adults, you know, where they do little paint sips, or for the little ones, kind of like a contest or just something to really just show off their beauty for the little ones. Like Brother San said it last week, and the Libra ingress, Sun ingress Libra. Fifth, you know, your little one's gonna come show you something, but don't knock it. And it actually came through last night when we was doing what we do for Astro Sunday. When ours little one, it came with that. It's like, you know, look, and he's like, oh wow. Like, so yeah, really just create yourself and let the children create.
AstroCivics Sunday.
You know, really create, and just like, even if it's a stick man, you know, be great as a stick man, you know, that they're trying, and just encourage not only them, but yourselves. Cause, you know, someone could have had in their early upbringing, look at that, Saturn the third, you know, could have been restricted in their creative and mental processes when they were their early upbringing or the early home life. So over the third and the fourth, we take Uranus as a co-ruler. It's in the sixth. So
somebody, father, you can't go out, you can't date, you can't talk to boys, or someone had a strict mother, you can't talk to girls. Kind of
different things, or that paint isn't cool, you should do this. Like, you should, you know, just different type of things. So really dealing with so yeah, Neptune's being ruled by Saturn. So it's like the dreams of they call it imposter syndrome. Yes, imposter syndrome. So this is like opportunity to really set in stone ways to continue to break the imposter syndromes. And whether that's, you know, you get the Reiki sessions or you're doing meditations, really just setting a solid foundation, because Mercury is back exalted in Virgo. So really find means just to communicate and do little things that bring you joy. You know, finding ways to get out of our head. And then especially at your Job, because 10th is 12th to the 11th. All right, so that Jupiter Sol lunar reflection going on in 5th and 11th is all about reflecting on the creative processes, just love and the self-care and all of these various things that we experience on a daily, or that we would like to experience. And we have to really reflect on what was it nurturing in those situations, and where did we not nurture ourselves, right? Before we, point a finger at anyone else, and also just how do we express ourselves. So it's about rebalancing here and setting the intentions of, really just beautifying your life on a daily, whether, just finding ways to beautify your life on a daily at the job and at home or wherever you are, even in the midst of things like not being the way you would like, but finding something positive, could flip that whole energy with that, so transmuting, just like, oh well, I'm doing this now. I used to do this job way back in the day. Oh wow, look what I'm doing now. It's all about that journey. So Libra new moon, make sure that we are planning intentions, especially for this Fiji area and surrounding areas, just experiencing and enjoying the five cycle of life, the pleasures of life, but also the higher aspects of life, since we are in the Taurus zone. So Venus still right there with arrows. So really just enjoying life and love, and getting clear on how you communicate first, how we communicate to ourselves before we do with others, so that we can be the love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and the wisdom and knowledge that we would like to be, being who we would like to be. And I'll yield for that for the Taurus zone. All right, right there. Now we are at Samoa, Papua New Guinea. All right, for the Libra new moon occurring in the Aries zone.
Salamao. Say Papua New Guinea. Wow.
So we got Scorpio on the rise and Mars ruling not only the zone, but the ascendant as well. Looky.
Astro cookie.
All right, so we've got Sun and Moon in the 12th. All right. Venus got the final say so over that. We should look at that. All right. So 12th house, Sun and Moon, and 12. This is this is finding beauty in the solitude, beauty in the quiet, beauty and just finding peace within yourself. And if you don't meditate, that's fine. You could possibly do yoga. That could bring you peace, or you could be a gardener, and that brings you peace, or just whatever activity that you can do that eases your mind and relaxes your mind, and that brings you peace. You're going to start finding beauty in that, and start finding ways to really incorporate that into a daily basis. Mars rolling up the 1st and the 8th here. All right, so this is your self-transformation here. Oh, look at that. South nodes in there too, and Scorpio in the 1st. So you're really looking to transform and get past the comfortable aspects of your life. Really looking to move forward with your values and your purpose. So the only way to move forward with your values and your purpose is to let go of what makes you comfortable and what you're used to. So right now, Sol and Luna in the 12th, this is the mind, but also Saturn's ruling over the mind as well, the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th. So 3, 4, 5th. So get your astrology, man. Like this is what's going to help to reverse the mental bondage, or just the confidence and worry, because thinking that you're going to find like things that really bring about you on the internet, it's not really going to do it because, 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying 9 times out of 10, but usually most on the internet trying to be flashy and these other things are really just substituting that for a sense of loss or like something they don't really have, and will feed off of others who are looking for that. So yeah, really finding peace and balance within yourself here and your mind. So doing physical activity, doing breath work, studying, that's the 3 different levels. And yeah, just don't be like so worrisome about it. Yeah. Because the higher parts on these level is being intense about finding peace in your mind, right? Or expressing that, being detailed in your life and your aspects, and really just balance details and investigation. And and the home, beautifying your home, beautifying your creativity, taking that to another level, like doing something different, like like you would try to do something with your left hand, do it with your right, or vice versa, just doing something different and switching it up. And with that, I'm going to yield for the Libra new moon for the Aries zone. Make sure you just realizing where you came from, so now you can realize where you're going and plant those seeds, as we all should. I'm just doing something different and switching.
Turn that down. Well, let me say this here. Like to everyone that showed up in the chat, I just do this for the recording. Halo City Yana's brother Al Noor Latif L. He says peace and love to all the Moor, the Islam nobles and Moabites. Big Misha X says the Islam nobles. Mother Energy Divine L says Islam brothers, much gratitude for your service. Will Yins be gathering some brothers next? We don't really know that, brother. So I guess if you introduce and it's a harmonious interaction, then yes, but we don't know who that is. So Mother Energy, if you would like, I guess you could reach out to me because you know my number actually, and maybe that could possibly take place. Because I'm not sure of that, brother, ultimately. And, with the work that we do, as, if someone gets offended when I say this, forgive me in advance. The work that we do, it's been a consistency based on what our elders have been sharing with us. We're not really licentious with what we do. There's some instructions that I've been following first and foremost from Prophet Noble Drali's Divinely Prepared Literature, and then seeing how our beloved elders have been sharing things with me also. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what I do is make sure we keep promoting our sincere efforts that we do, right? So if people would like for us to cross promote with other beings, maybe it would be wise for us to do the mature thing, get introduced to people properly, if there's a cross venturing that is sought to be done. However, we're Moorish American for real. All righty. So we don't kind of like mix and amalgamate, and that's just being respectful, because respectful, again, spec to see full. So we're fully seeing again when it comes to any and everybody. And we have a way that we do things because we're professional, internationally certified professional astrologers. Like seriously, like we're not just making that up. All righty. We're really not making that up. All righty. So, if anybody wants us to collab with anyone like that, or get to know someone or promote their things, make sure, there will be a mutual promotion there, because a lot of people get launch pad from the things that we do, because people know that we're sincere. People know we tell the truth. People know that we're honorable. We be in honor and we stay in honor. So if you like Mother Energy, set up that meeting, all righty, so that we can do the mature thing and get to know one another. Because, you know, a lot of times with this social media, a lot of people take license as if they know who we are and what it is that we do. You have my number, Mother Energy. We have contributed prior, you know, to you and your little ones, you know, before, whether it's you presenting via Astrology Street, the second cycle for the Aries webisode, as well as when, you know, we had through that astrology workshop that you had attended, where we were able to get you to do the recording for the Aries webisode for the second cycle. We also contributed, you know, supplies for your little ones. All righty. So we already know, like, just, you know, keep it a band with us. You know what I'm saying? Contact us directly. Maybe we can set up a Zoom and get to know the brother that you're speaking about there in the chat. I do not know him. Right. And we already know that, since, you know, sometimes people have this look at me too type of thing. We have been consistently just staying on instruction without really deferring from instruction at all, despite the fact that, you know, it may sound like, you know, there's some egotistical stuff going on. It's like, again, you might have to question your ears and your hearing and how you are, not you, Mother Energy, just how, you know, people overall, because, you know, we're very far from the Negro Black coloredness. We don't have that go along to get along with the Negro Black coloreds. So, you know, sometimes that may be tough for people because they would like us to capitulate and acquiesce to Negro Black colored activity. Is that right, Brother Sean? I'm open for correction. Incorrect me.
It just goes with this, what we've been discussing, you know.
Absolutely. All righty. So, yeah, so Mother Energy, we can make that happen. Misha X, I'm just going back and checking everything that's been archived in you guys' chat here. I mean, in the chat, what you're saying in your interaction. And we appreciate your interactions, right? We already know that I'm just, you know, truth is stern. It doesn't change and it doesn't pass away. And I'm just going to be direct, you know, because I know you guys are, you know, usually being bombarded with lies and bullshit out there. So all I can do is really just make sure I continue on the truth. And man, I'm telling you, when I finish this, I'm so getting those Andis clippers, man, and that freaking razor. Shade on up. Big Misha X says you definitely inspire fire. Misha, Big Misha X, gratitude indeed. The Christ is in you. They put Aldebaran. You know, we say Aldebaran, right? Because that's the emoji with the dart hitting the bullseye. Because Aldebaran is the fixed star that is the bull's eye pertaining to the constellation Taurus. So that's what I mean when I be like Aldebaran, right? It's another way of saying bullseye, right? All right. JL, as always, showing up, I mean, consistently. JL is definitely consistent. Peace and love to all. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And supreme honors to Prophet Noble Drali, of course. Mother Energy says Puerto Rico is going through a thing. Weather-wise, yeah, I think my beloved Mother Mistress Consort had let me know about something that they termed Hurricane Fiona, and it was about, I think, 1.25 million people or something like that were out of the electricity utility. All right, clear on that. Big Nisha X says, okay, right? Just going back and reading this. Beloved brother, in whom are well pleased, Brother R. Muawa Bay for the Paragon Rico account. In other words, be yourselves. Absolutely. That's what he said. Misha X says, bandwagon church Moor is shaking my head. Wow. I'm just going back and probably the things that we were saying, man. That's because remember, they were commenting as we were giving our diverse testimonies. So I'm kind of going into that too. Our beloved brother, in whom are well pleased, Brother Corey Bay, President, Exalted Cyclops.
Boom.
Corey Bay says,
Corey, President, Corey Bay, hey.
Let's give it up for America. USA. Damn, let me stop. I'm just kidding. Swag dripping all kind of sauce. Sauce dripping all kind of swag. Oh, say, woo, can you see by the dawn's early light? Mother Energy says Islam. She says facts. Brother Corey says these brothers' testimonies are so on point. It's funny because I'm telling you, man, like I was listening to what Brother Corey was saying in the group chat. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, we be so ahead because we're really not clouding ourselves up with controversy. We sincerely are not. And I just learned, even from my beloved Mother Mistress Consort, I really enjoy her wisdom. I enjoy my brother's wisdom and my elder's wisdom, and I'm just really even seeing that, sometimes you just got to just let people talk and you don't have to substantiate anything that they say, because me, I'm usually just really like, hey, I think you're missing things. You might have a miscommunication. My baby's like, no, if people show you who they are, just believe it. It's like, okay. I get that. I totally can see that. You know what I'm saying? Brother R is in the green room. What's up, bro? Peace and greetings to you.
Just long through that Saturn decalcification process.
That Saturn calcification process, right? Brother Al Norlity Fell says salam. Mother Energy says salam. Mother Energy says check brother out. I don't speak on BS. Check them out. Enough said, yeah, however, I would like for it to be mutual, Mother Energy. I want it to be mutual, seriously, because we're really for Moorish Americans. I'm not saying that the brother is a Moorish American on the fence. I just really don't like fence straddlers. And I'm not saying that's who he is either. So I would much rather get to know the brother. Since you're bringing him up, I would like for you to mention, hey, look, would you like to meet with these brothers? They're willing to do a Zoom to meet or whatever, so you can get to know one another. That'll be great, because I'm not like Shanae. Oh my goodness, can I get to know you since you do astrology? Because my sister said,
oh my goodness.
That's not me. All right, I'm just being respectful. That's not me. All righty, I'm a whole man for real. I know that despite how pretty we are, because it's the pretty boys versus the petty boys. We didn't even know we were in competition. However, still
can stop division.
Shout out to Brother R. Moaba Bay, right? So
had to be the hottest 3-4 second clip.
I know, right? She says, I know you'll know your brother by his works is all my, okay, is all she's saying. Okay, cool. We'll see, because what we show here, as far as what we do with astrology, you guys have no clue really the depths of this water here. We probably show a pinky nails clipping of what we can actually do.
You think 20,000 leagues under the sea is deep? Nah.
They have
deeper.
I'm not bragging. I promise you I'm not bragging. I just know that once we present what we're going to present in a few moon cycles from now, I'm telling you, you guys will see like, holy fucking shit, they wasn't playing. I'm telling you guys, all fez, no cap. All right, I'm keeping it a band with you.
Like
no
Astro cap. NBA Jam. No, it wasn't on NBA Streets. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it would be best that we meet in an honorable Moorish American kind of fashion. And that's why I said I'm willing to do the Zoom with anybody saying anybody wants to, hey, you should work with this brother. It's like, okay, set up the meeting.
Right.
Set it up. Get that. If you want to start by doing a 3-way call, you get the brother on the phone and get me on the phone, and then we can do that. And I'm like, hey, look, let's speak via Zoom. You know what I mean? Because I've seen what happened before when reaching out to certain astrologers, and some people like, ooh, look, they reached out to me. It's like, oh God, like we're on a mission. Like, we really stopped doing what we need to be doing just because somebody, referred that we should, go and speak to you. It's like, waste of time. However, that's not what we're saying now. We're just saying in our experience, that's how things have been, because people know that we don't charge to promote people. We're really sincere. So we actually help blow a lot of people up. That's what we've been doing. We've been making people and their venues popular, period. Like, really. And I'm not bragging. Like, everybody knows it that, has been, really knowing us for the past few years. Mother.
Can you hear me?
What'd you say, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yes, beloved brother. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to add something to what you were saying about, not bragging, because that's very true, not bragging, but it's just very interesting how the people who get offended and think that you are bragging actually support a lot of like celebrities and people that brag all the time. You know what I mean? Like they actually listen to the braggadocious music. They that's their style, you know what I mean? But when someone like you speaks the truth, they take that as bragging. It's like, well, that's funny that you take it as bragging, because I thought you actually
You ain't bragging here every day. Yeah, I
enjoy-
got 50 bands, I got 100 racks, I got a
Spotlight Brother
400
Horror,
million
bro.
square crib, and you
You
went
said
got
what?
that.
I was telling Brother
Here go
Sean,
Brother Sean.
he's the host. Brother Sean's the host. I was telling him to spotlight you. And you
Man.
can spotlight too, Brother Sean. Spotlight the logo so we have a Master Mason's build here. Yeah, there we go. There's 4. Right? So yeah, go ahead, Brother R. We yield to you, brother. Go ahead, say what you were saying. Yeah, they are listening to the lower self, Negro, black, colored, but I'm gonna cover it up in Moorish garment type stuff. And it's like, whatever. But we get that charge. We get that charge that where it's like, man, if I was by myself with nothing on, pause. It's my fez is still on. My garments is still
like
on.
They're cool with bragging as long as it's lower self bragging. But if somebody is speaking, or it's not even bragging when you're speaking on the work you've done, it's just telling the truth on what has been done, what is being done, and what is going to continue to be done. I just don't understand how people could take it that way. That's real interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Mother Energy is also, she's just saying listen to their work and things like that. It's just like, I just realized that in the past when we did reach out to other astrologers, people have a certain but people have the ego that I've been accused of having. Man, if people only knew how my moon and sun is set up, I don't have an ambitious, egotistical bone in my body. I think they're getting my Mercury and Leo confused with egoism. I'm almost like the movie Liar Liar. I can't lie. Right. And I think that pisses people. I wish it didn't piss you guys off. You know what I mean? I'm just making sure I'm giving full disclosure and being honest. But I do see Mother Energy saying, just check the brother's stuff out. I'm very cautious at this point, man, because it's like, man, like, I'm not knocking it. I would love to, but I'm in the building relationships. I really am. I don't just want it to be like a fly by night kind of thing, because, we're really great at what we do. But I guess me being a cheerleader the reason why I'm such a cheerleader for us, and I'm going to say this for the record in front of everyone, and you can, correct me. My brother's first. I'm such a cheerleader for us because there aren't many people that positively promote us as we have done for tons of people. Yet people will come to tell us about other people. And it's like, did you tell these people about us? And then it's like, I'm being an arrogant asshole. And it's like, we're our only cheerleaders at this point. It's very few beings out there that be like, yeah, 7HealStar, go and check this out. It's like, I mean, I'll go and check your stories. Let me go check your stories and see if you're promoting us. Let me go and see a post on any of your social media. Do you say, yo, go and check out? Are you doing that? I haven't seen it. I haven't gotten a tag outside of something trying to be like controversial or something that's defamation. That's just evidence to sue with. People still breathing that do defamation. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, we're careful. We're very cautious, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to collaboration, because we know that we do a great work. And 9 times out of 10, what we would do is improve whomever you're referring to us, because that's our track record. That's not me bragging. That's our track record. The 7HealStar Astrology Firm improves people we come across. It all depends on how people mature within the improvement suggestion. Here's where I'm open for correction, my beloved brothers in whom I'm welcome. And I love you, Mother Energy. So I'm not being, you know, anything wild. And I see Big Misha X is just kind of laughing out loud because she was like, "Damn, I'm just saying, check out his music." Dang, you know, no, I get that. But I wanted to use that as a springboard to kind of give further disclosure on why we are the way that we are, man. We do a great work, Astrology Street. We do this community service, all that, everything on YouTube is a community service. Like people like we really looking out for y'all 3 days out of 7-day cycle. Looked out for the babies and the whole fam. Like Brother Ara tell us, it's not just for children. And we making sure that now you have an AstroCivics Sundays because the great addition to us is Brother Ara. So we still gonna do an AstroCivics Sunday, even though, you know, the day before was AstroCivics Sunday. We're gonna still probably get into something today before the jurisprudence gem on Tuesday, because that's what we do, man. We sincerely assist. We're not gonna tell people to like not tell their story, to say it's their personal business. We're not gonna tell people to not don't help any other mothers until you made up lost time with your children. Like, we're not going to tell people that. We're not going to call people dumb nigger. None of, look, man, we're not for the controversy. All right. And this is the last I'm going to speak on it, even in the public. We're going to continue to be sincere. So if you guys make any suggestions, just know from here on out, all you got to do is speak to us in an intelligent tone. We'll be sure to render you a favorable reply. I yield the floor to my beloved brothers. Islam.
Islam. We do it all for the love, y'all. Yeah, we do it all for the love, y'all. Look, that's it, really.
No, that's true, bro. Personally, I don't think personally I've ever charged anybody for anything, and I've spent probably months, if you add up the hours, just building with people. You know what I mean, or just sharing information. Like, I'm not talking about I'm just making Instagram posts. We talking about videos. I'm talking about speaking to people on the phone 6, 7, 8 hours. You know what I mean? Like, we've been doing that. Never once complained or asked nobody to give us Federal Reserve notes or any other thing, cash or anything. We're not out here trying to stretch our cash like some people asking for cash donations.
Asking for cash donations, like, ugh. Okay, I yield, bro. I yield.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro, like, you could tell when it's like it's sincere and it's from the heart when people are sharing information, because, man, like, you try to get a consultation from an attorney, they're gonna charge you $100 for 30 minutes or something.
$290, and,
yeah.
And they want to be on retainer for 10 hours, which means like at a studio, you know how they want you to get a block of time?
Yeah.
They want $290 for the consultation and then $2,900 for the retainer.
Yeah, when you could easily tell them, go look this up, go look that up. You know what I mean? Like, I know it might take some time to grasp some of these concepts in regards to jurisprudence, but it don't take that long. Man, do some work. Like, look up 10 words a day, or just pick a number. How many words, you know what I mean? Like, and start reading. And don't just read it and just get past it, but like grasp it and comprehend it, and come on over to the conference, the comprehension conference, so you can start getting this astrology, because it goes hand in hand with the jurisprudence. It goes hand in hand with the what is it? It goes hand in hand with the civics.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing, now that I'm doing the conference and stuff, I'm seeing all the connections, bro. Like, there is nothing under the sun that's not astrological, based on what I'm studying, from the days of the week to the time, the months, the alphabet, the way you look, the way your being is manifested, the way you think, the way you act, even things that can occur as far as like negative things that might happen with your body, like, oh, you know, because of this and this might be someone who, this person might have problems with this organ or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, everything is all connected. And so to ignore the astrology is a foolish thing. I did that at once. I mean, I didn't ignore it completely. You know, obviously I got my RB base studies on, but I hadn't taken it further than that. You see what I'm saying? Just what I was able to see you guys were putting out there, you know what I mean? I would tune in. I wasn't really applying myself. But now that I'm applying myself, I'm seeing a big time difference in the comprehension. And I'm really seeing like how important this is, bro. And people might be mad about it, but they don't realize that as far as with this, at least with the Morris movement, I will say, if you're not dealing with bros and 7HealStar, you're kind of
What are you doing?
yourself an injustice. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say like a brother near the Detroit. I think when I was in contact with him, it was Amatai Chabinde. He had told he told that one Moor, hey man, you ain't link up with brother Hassan. That's criminal. How you not gonna link up with Hassan? It's like it's criminal to not link up with Hassan. And it's like I was like, dang, you really told Joe that? He's like, yeah. Hearsay's inadmissible in court. However, the way he spit it, I'm like, dang, yo might have really told Joe that. Like, yo. And then there's 95 North. It's like, well, I guess that's what happens when, maybe the Screen Actors Guild is planning, to make sure people, like I said, man, the people will see, man. I guess we can sit here and say as much as we can, and Brother Aura, you can continue. I just wanted to say that just to, back you up on that, bro. Like, it's tough because the people have their own self-determination, and all we can do is be like, hey guys, check this out. And then they'd be like, nah, I'm against that because this guy said, or nah, because my people's over here doing the same thing. And it's like, they're doing the same thing. So there's another 7HealStar over there. Show me. I don't see him. But,
it goes back to they don't really know you, bro. They don't really know. They kind of are only getting the version of you that is being presented in the open. They don't know you privately. They don't understand. Like, it's like you go to school, right? You don't know your teachers. You don't know them. You don't live with them. You ain't been around them like that. All you know is their character when they're in the classroom. Mm-hmm. And it seems like, well, whatever idea they have of that character, they're probably, they act, or they might say, or even portray to express that they are in support, right? But they're not. You know what I mean? It's like a phase, bro. It's like in the moment only. You see what I'm saying? Like, they might hop on a live and say something, but then you won't hear or see from them. They're not taking heed. They're not studying the things that could make them better. I don't know, bro. I'm just seeing it like they not ready, or they ain't never gonna be ready. One or the other.
It's a matter of them getting a hold of mastering and depleting and or eradicating the inconstancy.
That's with anything too.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why it's like I just enjoy us just continuing to just keep it moving. Like after this, I'm gonna make sure our third video from the AstroLiteracy Comprehension Conference is downloaded and then uploaded into the drive as it needs to be. I have those 4 solar return reports to get out of there. I'm just going to do 4 solar return reports, along with in each report I'm just going to give a transit report for each one. And that's just a gift for the Virgos that have had their their solar returns. Right. At the same time, we're being fathers and uncles. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do set house in order. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the major things I love about us, man, because we recognize that the end goal is not, I got these Federal Reserve notes. I'm a real Federal Reserve agent now, making advances to the Federal Reserve Bank. 12 USC 411. See, that's what my chain pendant say. My chain say 12 USC 411. Like, that's not the end goal is actually setting house in order. Being a beloved son master consort to a beloved mother mistress consort. That's really the goal. The goal is our loved ones, and that's what we're about, However, at the same time, we recognize that over these last couple of years, people have been thrown under various hypnoses. And people are kind of regaining back their lost estate. Again, you know, they may have gained it, and then people were told to suffocate themselves and stay, you know, a graves digging apart from one another, you know, because that's what it is. It's a graves digging apart. You know, suffocate yourself and stay in graves, you know, depth apart from one another. And a lot of people fell for it. A lot of people didn't know how to manage and deal with it. And we was just like eagles flying above the tempest. You know what I'm saying? Because the tempest, which is a violent storm, beats up on the rocks and trees, not the sun, moon, and stars. And eagles fly above the storm. So I'm just saying, man, we're just being Aquilas. That's all. I yield.
Aquilas dodging the Dakitas.
Yeah, we're being Aquilas and not Dakitas. Oh, yes, most definitely. A Tribe Called Quest, really?
A little astrology down now.
Wowzers. You know, looky. Astro Cook, the love movement. Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, it's like, what can you do but, you know, tell the truth, man? Like, seriously, that's what this is about. You can only tell the truth. Mother energy and brother Alnor, like, you know, like, and it's so tough. It's so tough because we can see the totality of everything. Being a group of AstroCivics, astrologers, and Civicians, like we're really about jurisprudence and astrology. It's like we actually get to see people take communications in a way that was not intended. So now we get to really see, like, wow, yo, like even certain people within certain groups, the whole group may not be able to hear us. However, certain members within certain groups can really see that we're not on what the negative publicity may say. And so, like when Mother Energy was just saying about that brother that she had mentioned, to just, you know, I guess he's at, to her opinion, to her perspective, at a certain level. And it's like, okay, cool, you know. And like I said, Mother Energy, I once we finish this live, you already know, just call me. Like I'm open, or I'll call you, either one. We'll just converse on the phone. And maybe, you know, I would like for you to facilitate that link up, though. You know what I'm saying? Because we're always the ones that are humbling ourselves. Well, we're being noble, and you know, a nobleman always, you know, sends correspondence before his special appearance. Alrighty, so we'll send a notice, you know, if necessary, so that can actually, you know, occur. Right. Peace and love. It says regulated Moor. Peaceful greetings to you. Peace and love to you also. So yeah, so it's really, you know, we are just consistent in a certain way, that in us being consistent, we wanted to be known, like, yeah, guys, we have a certain approach and mindset where that's why I said, like, a lot of more like, yeah, yoga's our people, and you know, we gotta talk to the Black people to let them know that might have been my first or second year. I'm not saying I'm above it. I'm saying let the Negro Black colors bury the Negro Black colors. However, if someone goes, hey, you know, I've been studying this and I'm trying to, you know, it's like, hold on, man, hold on. This might be one we can reach out and touch your hand, like pull them out of the pit. You know, why not? Instead of being, you know, call them out of their, you know, appellation, or out of their
people want to be a Moor.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just look, you know, maybe slowly but surely people will see, like, we're only Brother Hassan, Brother Sean, Brother Aura, Brother Corey, Brother Terrell, Senior Jackson Bay, Hermano Jackson Bay, you know, Brother Arrow, you know, we're just brothers. We're not trying to be anybody but ourselves, right? Like, I'm going to be myself and go and shave accordingly and continue to imitate the prophet without saying I'm the prophet, right? Because that's a real man in my eyes. You see what I'm saying? And so why not? You know, I mean, I remember a time when, you know, I used to wear baseball caps backwards. Who was I imitating then? And I was, yep, in my white tee. Who was I imitating then? Not saying anything to you, Brother Sean, because we already know you're being pure, bro. I'm just talking about with the way that I even mentioned it. Where was my mindset then? So now when we have something better to imitate, or you, Brother Ara, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not speaking or
I got a plane on my shirt.
No, what I'm saying is actually I'm not in a snap music, lower self, let me sell this lower energy. I'm just not there. And it's tough when you kind of see, like Brother Nora said, you know, they're not active. So when people are not active, how we make ourselves stay on instruction, stay on the path to stay active, it's like we can see at times like, dang, yo, like, how are we really gonna share with these beings that we're not going to capitulate or acquiesce? We're not going to come down to your level in that fashion. What we'll do is we'll get on Zoom with you. We'll not ask you to send anything to our Cash App, even though we're well worth it. And something inside of you should be like, dang, yo, let me just contribute to these brothers. We're not going to guilt trip you. We're going to comprehend that you don't know yet. You don't comprehend. So, yo, let's go into the etymology of this and let's do this comparative study. Okay, let's look up black in the etymon. All right, now let's look up color on page 331 in Black Star Dictionary, 4th edition. Can you make the comparison of now how you can see black and the term color? And now you can see when you go to Kiwi Liter Mortuus, which some people say civil liter mortuus, but in the Latin it's Kiwi Liter Mortuus. When you go and see that, can you now compare how black, color, and Kiwi Liter Mortuus all go together so you can see what you are not? And then when we go through that or whatever and spit that to you or whatever, and then you can regurgitate it back to us and we can see that you clear, or you can turn it into your own terms to show that you actually comprehend it, then cool. Then, all right, then now we're setting the foundation on how we're studying, how we're even reviewing the word. Because it's one thing to know you Moorish American. It's another thing to know that you are a Moroccan descendant made manifest on American land. However, are you clear of what you're not? Mm-hmm. Anybody can say what they are. That's great. Are you clear that you're not Negro black color? Are you clear that you're not a Federal Reserve agent making advances to the Federal Reserve Bank? Oh, that brother deep. He know the codes off the top of his head. No, stop making it like that. What we're saying is bras are for boobies, tank tops and stuff. It's like, sons, stop putting on bras, and mothers, stop putting on baseball caps. You know, that's what we're saying. We're saying know what you're not. Because we're clear, we can see that you are regurgitating that you know what you are, but you'll really be able to manifest who you are when you're clear on what you're not. And most people don't even recognize that they are operating and being in the light pertaining to a federal agent. Period. I'm not throwing shade. I'm not sneak dissing. I'm not sneak dissing or slick diss. I'm not doing any of that. I trust that we are sharing sincerely with you. Yo, we've been on social media, on Zoom, every day of the strong. Well, we don't say week. We've been every day of the strong since the 12th August, 2022. And we're going to be like that until the 30th October. Monday, Fridays. What are we doing? Even now with Sundays now with Brother R's AstroCivics Sunday. Like, do you guys get? Are you?
It's not gonna stop after the 30th either.
We're gonna turn up even more because that's what we talked about in the AstroLiteracy conference last night. AstroLiteracy Comprehension Conference, like, yo, like, look, man. Maybe I'll say this as added to our public service announcement. You're only hurting yourselves trying to find something to dislike about Hassan Ghazi Obey and any of my brothers. I get it. Like the movie We Were Soldiers, I'm the first one on the field and the last one off the field. And I'm comfortable with that because I've been stamped and sealed, been A1, been 10 toes down. I get it. Sometimes people that's A1 stamped and sealed, they look like gorillas. I know gorillas don't look as pretty as we do. Pause, but it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? That don't mean that we not gorillas. We just doing it in another light. We don't have to prove the toughness. We don't have to prove the being down. We don't. When you're really from the hood, you do your best not to glorify that shit. Shout out to Ease the Wizard too, man. He had brother Rodney Bay hollered at me yesterday, and he's like, all access for the jurisprudence gym. I was like, really? Straight sent on the fly. Like, yo, all the people's in the Baltimore Corporation about to be turned up in the hood with the jurisprudence gym, man. I'm telling you, it's about to be some beautiful times in the hoods near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. I'm telling you, my man's Ease the Wizard is on it, brother Rodney Bay. Yo, I was so happy to get that call yesterday, man. I was like, whoa, because bro be studying for real. He just, you know what I mean, still be in the hood, yo, and it's good because that means that it's going to be other people in the hood. It's funny because Brother Mikhail know who I'm talking about too. When Brother Mikhail was live that time talking about when we was at the studio and I'm sitting there teaching people that's coming home for some serious stuff. And I'm just showing them, look, man, this is how you work this equipment. This is what, music theory is. Showing brothers how to count their bars because people just be spitting. I just feel it. Well, look, man, that's how you count your bars. Like, that's why I said, man, I've been A1 stamped and sealed and I ain't had to do nothing untowards to people. That's why my bros back me how they back me and I back my bros the way I back them. You see what I'm saying? I learn from everyone. And I trust that we all can be able to learn from each other. You know what I mean? So as a public service announcement, like I said, man, if you got hate in your heart, leave it at the door. like come, you know what I mean? When you come to check us or whatever, y'all, like really come and check us sincerely for real. Really get what we about. You know what I mean? Big Misha says, Soldier Boy, them franchise boys. Yup. Referring to that, I'm almost sure. Mother Energy says, fact. Regulated Moor says, I take it as a privilege when I get these invites. I appreciate y'all wisdom and knowledge. Gratitude indeed. And we appreciate you guys showing up because we really know, you know, that we're sharing these things that you guys really need. And we get it. It's a learning curve, but we not nana boo boo. We know this and you don't. We're not doing that. That's so counterproductive because if you have children around you, you have nieces, nephews, and like I said, we're all fathers and uncles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whoever can, you know, embrace us and you know, really see who we are, get to know us. You see what I'm saying? Don't be on no groupie shit for real because we're not celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Don't be on no, you know what I mean, the president of Selena's fan club, man, because we're not finna sit here and get, you know, get taken out by somebody who's obsessed. Like, that's not what we're doing. It's just that, you know, the divine cosmic beloved just made us some handsome brothers. That's it. Indeed, brother R. We'll link up, man.
What's on, bro?
Yeah, you can, brother Sean, can you relieve the spotlight of him and the logo? And just take it back down to us, please, beloved brother. I appreciate you. And I know we kind of went over a little longer than, you know what I mean? However, you know, it must have been meant to be. You know, Brother R came in and brought that extension energy, brought that Jupiter energy. You see what I'm saying? And I can appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that we'll probably get back on this Zoom in a couple hours and do what we do. Brother Sean, I know you got to go and be the greatest server in the universe as you do, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm going to yield the floor, and I thank y'all all for listening to what because I did a lot of talking within the last half an hour or so. And I thank Brother R for coming on to share, and Brother Sean, our host for 7HealStar's Intuition Monday. I yield the floor to you, my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Islam.
Islam. So I'm about to run that clip. But peace and love to everybody. We appreciate you all for joining us, taking the time out of your day, your degree to just tune in with us as we all, like I said, work together. We work on ourselves, we work with others, we build ourselves up, we build others, we uplift ourselves, we uplift others, the continuous cycle of filling your cup and pouring out, loving yourself and loving others,
Islam.
So thank y'all. We're back for the 7-day tropical medical astro weather report on Wednesday. Let's see what we got. About 2 days, 3 days, about 3 days left till the sun ingresses Libra. So you can catch that episode from last week, which was under an hour.
Yeah.
Probably one of our fastest Intuition Mondays, especially for a global transit. So,
because we really don't need to talk as much as we do. We just be ad-libbing. We be just like having a good time. Like, guys, we can really get to it. And I'm telling you, like, get your sessions by us. Get your reports from us. You will not be disappointed. When you get a mental magician report, it's not a computer software generated report that we're giving you guys. We're actually going into our libraries and putting a pencil to the pad and then clicking and then sending you something. You see what I'm saying? And the mirror sessions that we give also, you will not be disappointed. We guarantee it, all right? Because you get more than what you expect, because that's how I designed it based on the instructions that we are in line with. And I yield the floor to you, brother Islam.
Yeah, the mental magician, and ain't no computer. That's straight pen to paper to straight. But yep. Make sure CMOS off. Thank you all. Peace and love to you all.
Yeah, speaking of which, One Heart Supplement CMOS. You guys holler at our exalted Cyclops, brother President Corey Bay. That brother Corey has, man, it is going, if I'm not surprised, international. Like, seriously, like this One Heart Supplement CMOS, the brother Corey processes the raw CMOS himself, guys. And I'm telling you, me being one, along with my beloved mother, Mistress Consort, we're utilizing it. Guys, check it out. Go to Instagram at One Heart Supplements, all one word. All right, and check that out and get your order. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to get a real treat by getting it from brother Corey Bay. I yield the floor, beloved. Senior Jackson Bay, I think, has CMOS also, but I haven't checked lately. But definitely brother Corey Bay. I yield.
That's fine. All right. Peace and love to you all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your lovely moon day. 7HealStar is out.